quick little video about patterns on the Bitcoin chart. My last video, I touched on the subject. Parallel channels, by far for me, have worked really well. And the rising wedge is not bad, but parallel channels are the ones that seem to basically just are the ones where I haven't had a whole lot of luck with triangles and that kind of stuff. Real quick here, there is a triangle that could develop. Let's just go through this real quick. There is a triangle that could develop if Bitcoin was to reclaim this up here. See this? This support going up here on the middle channel, and then the yellow line here. If it gets up here in ranges, that's a triangle. Lately, these have been breaking down. Whoops, I didn't mean to go up there. These have been breaking down, right? So that would be in confluence with my overall opinion. For those of you that don't know, I've been showing that chart, the cycle chart, and I do believe we're on our way down to 15,000 to 12,000, probably around March or so. And that's actually good news, unless, of course, you long to the top. For those of you out there that may have longed to the top, if you leverage long the top, you might be in trouble. I don't want to tell anyone what to do, but if it was me, if I long the top, if I got hyped into long on the top here, I would be looking to get out of that. Hopefully, maybe it comes up here. Also, there's a resistance line here, the old support from this rising wedge, this green line here. Same thing I've been saying in my last videos. I just want to do this thing about parallel channels. Lately, I got sidetracked on that triangle. Lately, triangles have been breaking down, which wouldn't be a bad prediction here. First, let me talk about I've drawn in this second parallel channel. For those of you watching, I've had this big one here, and when that big one showed up, then I got confident that this was going to be a real nice trading range. It should stay in that channel there for a while. I'm thinking probably a couple weeks. Now it could break down out of there at any time, but I think it's going to be. I think the whales and the composite man are going to get, just let people put in more and more money, and then eventually they'll just pull the rug out. That's basically how this works, and it's pretty accurate with the parallel channels. So, okay, I got two in here now. What I've done with the second one is see, I noticed the resistance here all along here. It's not exactly on that middle dashed line, but it's in that ballpark, right? And then one here, and then kind of here. And we kind of just came up recently and almost touched it. Let me get my magnet off so I can draw a line. Right, almost came up to touch it, not quite. But so I've drawn in another parallel channel using that dotted line as the top resistance. And I'm going to talk about this, and then I'm going to talk about these two little channels here. You might see these little tiny ones here, little tiny one here. That's down on the 5-minute chart. We're going to zoom in real quick. This is a real nice range, and when I start seeing something real well, I get confident, and then I'll go down to the smaller time frames and try to do a little work. But see how this parallel channel is just gone right in there? Same support line on the bottom, and I'm using that dashed line for the top. That could be where this just ranges for a long time, right? This might be the real parallel channel, the bottom half of that bigger one I initially drawn. Now, if Bitcoin gains some steam, it probably is not going over the green line. It's probably not going over the yellow line. And there might be a wick up out of there. But like I was saying, if it were to get up here and turn this dotted line on the big channel into support, then likely we're playing this triangle. See the yellow resistance, the dotted line going up, like I explained earlier, right? That would be a triangle, and that's probably breaking down, right? And then it ranges in here for a while. And I think eventually, probably early March or so, we're probably looking at the dump, at least down to double bottom, the bottom we just hit not too long ago at 15,000. And I'm kind of thinking it's probably going to go a little lower, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I've been calling for that for a long time. Now it's almost here. I don't know why I start doubting it now. Parallel channels are my favorite so far. So the rising channels break down. The descending channels break up. Now, sometimes they'll be a little different, but what I've noticed is if the channels go for 3, 4, or longer weeks, then the rising ones will usually break down. I don't know if I've seen one in 2 years. It hasn't. So I've drawn in some smaller ones here. I want to just show you how this is working. These they call them fractals, right? The same patterns show up over and over and over. Another one here. So like I said before, if you're watching a bunch of videos, it can get really confusing. And sometimes when you try to do something from one video and then confuse it with another video, if you're new to this, it can get really super confusing. So let's drop down to the 5-minute chart. And I want to show you what's going on here. So from a large time frame to a very small time frame. See that right there? That's that parallel channel. See that? I just played this. I just shorted this. So once you learn how to do this, it actually gets really easy, and I'm getting more confident by the day now as I get more experience. So you can see the rising parallel channel. See how it broke down there? I watched that happen, and I wasn't quite sure. This is the 5-minute chart, and then I kind of capitulated here, so I waited. And then there's also a head and shoulders here. You can start seeing all these patterns once you get more experience. And Bitcoin gets pretty predictable, right? There's the left shoulder, the head comes down here, the right shoulder, right? That's how that works. That's a bearish pattern. And it showed up right after it broke out of the ascending triangle or parallel channel. I started shorting right in through here. Wasn't sure. I put a small short in here. Long story short, I put a small short in, legged in, and then I went for a bigger move here, bigger one here when this head and shoulders showed up, and as soon as it broke down out of there, that's when I got in, right? And I'm still in that now, and that one's looking good. But like I say, I don't watch other channels anymore, and some of them are really good, but I get confused. I start using other information and it just confuses me. So you can go through here, and there's a, I don't want to make this video too long, but you can start to spot all these, right? Here's another one here. I didn't play this one, but this is from a while back. Here's another one. See that? See how these, see that? There's actually one in here too, that a rising channel that actually broke up. So it's not a guarantee, particularly down here on the short time frames. But see, there's one there. Boom. See how that happens? Basically, extend this channel out here like so, and it's kind of close. Come up kind of for a retest, not quite. And that's actually bouncing. Like I said, it's bouncing earlier. That's that green line from the bottom of that ascending wedge. The green line I was talking about actually came up for retest, actually bounced off that, and then dumped all the way back down. And that came all the way back down. Let's zoom out. Let's reset this chart. Show you where I'm at here. That was that. And we've been bouncing off the bottom of the big blue channel a bunch of times. There's one there. It's on the 5-minute chart. One there, one there. Let's go to the hourly chart, a little bigger time frame. See what's going on here. So on hour 1, 2, off the bottom of this channel, 3, 4, almost 5. It's basically close to up there. But I don't want to make this video too long, man. And so you can see it, right? I really like the parallel channels. They're my favorite. I trust them the most so far. And like I say, this is probably the, let's go to the daily chart. On the daily chart. Oh, well, see, this is a parallel channel going down. I mean, it's just, whenever I see parallel channels print, man, I piques my interest, right? This big one's the descending one down, right? And we broke it up away from it, right? So now there's a ascending one coming up out of it, and we've broke down. I think we're going to break down out of this one eventually. I think it's going to range here for a while, and this is going to be really nice trading zone. Really nice trading zone, and I'm liking this a lot. And there it is. I really like the bottom half of this channel now. Get that out of there. Really, really, really like the bottom of this channel now. particularly because I don't think it's going to have a hard time getting above that yellow line. And if it gets up here above the dotted line and ranges in between that and the yellow, like I said a few times now, that could be real interesting. And then maybe it comes down here, right? And then finally, zink, link, right? So that's what I'm thinking. For those of you new, here's the chart. This is where we're at right now. I do believe we've got the ascending. There's an ascending channel here. There's the big ascending channel down. Right, this whole structure, we broke up out of it. We've now printed an ascending parallel channel now, and we're ranging in it right here. I do believe this would represent that yellow line at the top right here, right? And see this? It's amazing how close this is. It's pretty good stuff, man. So this would be like where it just came out of that ascending wedge, the green lines. This was the breakdown out of that, right? Right to the bottom of that parallel channel. If you draw a line, trend line here, right? And this right here is basically the action we're kind of in now. And it looks stupid doing, taking a chart like this and doing that, but I mean, it's been summer of 2020, man. This is the Bitcoin cycle that we're on right now. And I do believe we're coming to the end of it. And this is like 12,000 down here. But that's kind of speculation. It doesn't have to do that. But here's a Wall Street chart that's centuries. This has been doing this. This has been happening for centuries, ever since candlesticks were invented. So on this, we're kind of right here. Right, zinc. So now that doesn't have to happen, but man, that's what it's like. So if I were going to be stuck in a position right now, I want it to be a short, that's for sure. And of course, if you're going to trade this, always put in your stop loss orders, And I've been hedging lately, so like if I go to sleep, I have an order open, I might, if I have a short in, I might put in a long for the same amount, and then wake up tomorrow, right, and take profit on a short, right, and then the long bounces. So this can get real predictable, and I don't want to get into that because I'm not you and you're not me, and I'm just kind of doing this thing. It's easy stuff, man. It's pretty easy stuff once you get the hang of it, man. So using hiking C candles a lot, hiking C candles show the trends better, right? $12-hour. See how it's green. 6-hour. See what's happening closer and closer, right? That's the 6-hour. Oh, it turned red. 3-hour. What's it doing on the 3-hour? You want to know what something's doing? Go down to smaller time frame. Let's go to the hour. Look at the 3 hours different. Let's go down the hour. But oh boy, look at the hour, right? So now we really want to know what's going on. My dog sees a possum, squirrel. Christian, no. Hey, no. I tried to finish the video. 30-minute chart. 5-minute chart. See what I'm saying? So, like I said, I have a short open right now. And this is the 1-minute chart. This hiking a C. And let's go back to the daily stop. This is a nice trading zone, folks, right here. The danger is down to the downside. I'm not scared whatsoever of a short position getting stuck. I don't think there's any danger to the upside. I don't think there's any danger up here. Now, there could be. I'm not the amazing Kreskin. Like I say, if it does get out of that range, then you should stop. You're looking at this green line here, this yellow line here would form a triangle, right? if it were to get above there, if it were to get above that dotted line, you would look for it to hit the dotted line, come hit the yellow line, maybe come down. You know, it doesn't have to hit it, but you know, in that general area, kind of something like this. Boom. I like that a lot, right? I like that a lot. Boom. Boom. Nothing in this video I said has to happen. This is what I'm doing, and let's have one look. I like showing my trades just so people know. There's my trade right there. If you want to look on the bottom real quick, that's what I'm doing right now. And I sure hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching.